What's up, guys? Middle of the winter. Not this footage, though. This is from a summer job that I did with Mark, and the filming sucks because it was filmed by Dave, the dud, who doesn't know how to film, and who thinks that filming is just a question of getting a better camera or getting better editing equipment, or getting equipment that won't edit your videos for you. You don't need to focus, you don't need to zoom out, you don't need to do anything. It's um it's supposed to do it all for you. And if equipment that you have doesn't do everything for you, then you're just poor and you're doing it wrong. So this is his crappy ass fucking footage, and bear with it, please. So this video is about Mark, and you're gonna see him soon. And Mark's on the ground, taking care of everything as usual. And I'm gonna kind of, in case it's not very clear, but I'm gonna kind of explain how Mark and I came to know each other, and why we're still friends right now, and why we work together, and why everything flows so seamlessly. Now, years and years and years ago, I'm going to try to make this brief because I have 10 minutes of footage, so I could talk forever about this, but I'm going to try to condense it down to the gist. But years and years and years ago, things were not very good for me. I mean, they were, but I had some legal trouble, let's say, or I had some potentially legal trouble. And I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends that thought my lifestyle, my rock and roll lifestyle, was really cool, and they all wanted in. They all wanted to be rock and rollers too, but they didn't want to rock and roll. They just wanted the credit and the clout that came with being a rock and roller. So that's all I'm going to say about that without being too specific, because I still don't want to go to jail. So, fuck that. I'm not going to jail, man. So, yeah, I had a lot of these fake rock and rollers that said, hey, Greg, if you ever need another rock and roller, whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. And long story short, I needed something. And all my friends, everyone I knew that offered to help me out for the promise of clout, I offered them money too. But none of them did. They said, well, it's not a really good time right now. And, I'd like to help you out, Greg, but, I can't. Can't. By the way, look at Mark's arms, by the way. Okay, he's not the most massive guy in the world, but look at his arms. Now, Mark used to weigh 280 pounds. And Mark is straight out of fucking Gamerland. And look at him now. Mark is fucking killing it, man. Mark, I don't even need to communicate with Mark most of the time because we read each other so well. So, flashback to my story. So yeah, I was in dire straits, and everyone that offered to help me fucking pulled out. And I had known Mark. Now there, fun fact, Mark used to weigh 3 bills. So yeah, it was 280, but same shit, man. If you're 280, you're practically 300. But if you're 300, you're not 280. So, yeah, man, all these fucking fake rock and rollers wouldn't want to fucking help, And I was offering money too. I was offering a lot of money. And then enter Mark. Mark was a friend of a friend. And the only thing I knew about Mark was that he had helped one of my scumbag friends that was in a jam. And I was like, why the fuck did he help this guy? And he did. He did it out of the goodness of his heart. And I thought, okay, well, none of my friends will fucking help me out. There's only one place I have left to turn. And I called Mark. And Mark was like, hey, buddy. What's up? Why are you calling me? And I explained my predicament to him. And he's like, hell yeah. He's like, whatever you want, man. Consider it done. And I was like, wait, hold on. I'm going to give you like $200 a week if you do this thing for me. And he's like, yo, fuck that. He's like, I would have done it for free. And I said, I know you would have. That's why I insist on paying you. And he did my dirty deed for me. And then I paid him. And then I needed another dirty deed done the next week. And any takers? Nope. Mark was there though. And then I needed another dirty deed done. And I needed a partner on my dirty deed. And it went without saying that Mark was my partner. And this last dirty deed, we made a lot of money on it. And And I drove Mark home, and I had just come back from, I had moved back home from working as a welder for the past year, because I moved to the country, 10 years ago, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I had a contingency plan all along. And when the contingency plan started to work, then I moved back, and I had pretty much, I had a lot of money and stuff like that, but I didn't have an apartment yet, and I didn't know, like, where I was going to set up shop. And fuck, man, like, I had fucking money in my pocket, but it's hard to find a place to rent, especially if you have a dog, and no one wants to rent to you with dogs. It's like, fuck, man. They would rather rent to a family of 5 than, like, me and Oliver, which is fucking ridiculous, man. We make no noise and we're fucking clean. People are fucking retarded. Even Darren, when there were talks about us moving in together, he did not want to live with a dog. And also, it's worth mentioning, he wasn't crazy about moving in with Mark either. And he asked me, he's like, how's Mark? I'm like, yo, Mark's ride or die, man. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know, he's not like us. It's like, no, he's not like us because you're not like us, Darren. Mark and I are like, Mark and I are the fucking team. Like, that's it, man. And so, yeah, I'm not going to fucking sacrifice Mark. I'm not going to sacrifice my fucking dog, like, to live with Darren. No offense to you, but, like, you're nothing to me. And my dog, Mark, like, they're everything, because without them, I would be fucking dead. And that's the fucking reality of it. And so, when I drove Mark home, these 8 years ago, he was renting a house in a college town. And it was shit. And then I was looking for a place, and I drove him home, and I said, dude, man, do you like living here? And he said, no, I hate it. And I said, let's find our own place. Would you be down? And he said, hell yeah. And we went out and looked, and the next week we found a place. We looked every day. And in about 3 or 4 days, we found a place. And we went through the fucking bullshit credit check, something I would never do now. And we got it. And we moved in. And we've moved. This is the 3rd place we've lived since then. And it's there has been no looking back. Like, we've had a couple of fights, but forgive the expression, the fights have been about the show going on. And that's kind of like the greater good in this, because we have a plan, and we're sticking to the plan. And the plan is going to take us towards our goal. And we can make adjustments along the way. But the goal is all that matters. Mark understands this. This day, Mark lost his glasses, and he still didn't replace them yet, because he has no fucking money to get them. And I can't fucking get them for him either. Mark is paying rent for us in the fucking winter now. And he says, you know what? I trust you, Greg. And I said, thanks for trusting me. And he said, don't mention it. He says, thank you for giving me a life. And he says, I know in a month or 2 things are going to pick up. And he says, this is our way out. And he says, if it's not with you, it's not with anybody. So he says, I can grin and bear it as long as you can. And that's just part of the reason why I work with Mark and why I live with Mark. Like, Mark's my fucking blood brother, man. Like, it's fucking ride or die. So with Mark, I can do anything. And, I guess the moral of the story is that you can make it alone. But if you too can find your Mark, and that'll be the fucking key to success. And, like, Mark, I don't tell you this enough, but, like, I appreciate you, man. Like, you're my fucking brother. And I would be dead without you. So, I hope you fucking watch this, and all you other guys, man, I hope it fucking helps. See ya.